Right, and we're back again. Okay, so we will just continue our leveling through Frostfire Ridge. This is probably part 3 now of our NHS stream. So just a little bit about that, just to make it clear. It's a charity marathon that's been organised by a bunch of gamers within the UK. I want everyone who has the ability to do so to donate something. If you don't have the means to, just tell your friends, share this around. The NHS might be a free service, but it's not free to run. And as a result of that, in a global crisis, I think that we, the people who get benefit from this free service, need to band together and help the service where we can. The donations stop tomorrow night at 9 PM British time, so if you have the opportunity to donate before that, no matter how much it is, just do something. So, back on what I was talking about with that, yeah, so social distancing. Yeah, I had beer. I bought a buttload of Brewdog the other day on Amazon Prime. Nearly all gone, to be fair, but it was Saturday night, wasn't it? So, I'm just saying. So there's probably going to be exactly. So so Brewdog, and we had Brewdog and rosé wine delivered, as well as like food for the kids and fresh stuff. I mean, we're fortunate in that our social distancing. We have literally 3 shops around the corner from us, 3 convenience stores that are staying open. Yeah, it's good for my mental health. Exactly. You have rubbing alcohol for your outside boo-boos and beer for your inside boo-boos. And beer just makes me happy. So, especially good beer. Which is why people go, oh, why would you pay that much for beer? I'm like, well, why wouldn't you if the beer's good? Like, people ask me why I would spend a lot of money on a bottle of whiskey. I'm like, you don't understand good Scotch if you're asking that question. And the reason I say that is simply that I will spend happily about £100 plus on a bottle of Scotch if I think it's worth it. Am I stupid? Probably. But is the whiskey good? Absolutely. No worries. Going AFK, well, that's cool, no worries. I'm going to say, you're one of the people that this stream's probably directed at in a way, because you're going to help the effort. And in what way you do it. So I'd say I've got a lot of respect for that. My mum used to be a nurse, so... and I've got friends whose parents are nurses. A friend of mine who was a student nurse she's been told she has to finish her degree and go and actually help the basically COVID-19 response. Which is insane. People are trying to call me and they know I'm streaming. Okay, so my brother shaved his head. He literally dyed his hair pink a week ago and he just shaved all his head off. Did he not like his hair? I don't know. There's a lot of my friends who are shaving their head during quarantine. I mean, to be fair, the stress has got to me to the point where I consider shaving my head. But I mean, have you seen how long this is? I couldn't cut this off. I'd go crazy. It's like, I've been wanting to grow my hair for years, and it's finally at a length where I'm starting to feel like it's acceptable. It's like someone said, oh, you should cut your beard off while you're in quarantine. I'm like, nah. Let's have a look. I've just got a message. Just someone asking about the stream. My buddy Chris, who was helping us do some leveling last night. So we're just going to continue doing Frostfire Ridge.
Target something first.
Let's have a look here. We've got to cure...
must leave this place.
How do I cure them? cowards, a curse on these wretched... in retaliation to us all, they have poisoned their officers. Only their geomancers carry the antidote. Okay, I've got to... It's the geomancers. I get it. So I've got to kill them, take their antidote, heal the sick.
I do not have a target. Help me!
Weird. Okay. I love it when my add-ons block me from doing quest items, so I just have to find it in my bag instead.
There is no honor in this.
I need to target something first. I require a target.
This is chaos.
I love that the geomancer just like, hey, I'm just going to throw boulders at you, man. I also find it strange that the ogres were a much requested allied race for WoW. Personally, if I made an ogre, unless I could make him green and call him Shrek, I'm not interested. Or just somebody once told me, that would also work. Or All-Star. Or make an ogre warrior called Smashmouth. Yeah. I'm proud of that one. So, yeah, so petition to make ogres an allied race so I can make an ogre warrior called Smashmouth. Why, you ask? Well, somebody once told me.
We must get out.
The world's gonna roll me. I wanted to try and churn through the Draenor content, but I'm wanting to do all of Frostfire Ridge if I can. It's the one zone that I've not given enough attention to, and I do really like it. So I like this zone. So if we can just do all of our Draenor leveling while we're here, why not? Maybe the Spies of Iraq as well, we'll just see.
I require a target.
Just depends on this, because I want to try and get exalted with the Frost Wolves. I might not be able to do it while I'm questing, but we'll see. The reason I want to get exalted is, well, I'm on an RP server, and this is a Frost Wolf Orc, so I would like to be able to then have the Frost Wolf Tabard. It would make logical sense. We've got one more of these guys to kill. And where? They're over there. But they're not in that house, are they? Because we've just... I'm sure we... that's Funk. So... There's Gulok. Well, Gulok, he might be on top of the house. No. He's nearby. So we've got a Geomancer and an Ogron over there. I feel like we're going in the right direction. There's a cave here. That's where he is. So now we need to go back and hand in. we have vouchsafed our arrival, but the quests are here, and I'm sure there's more in this area, so if I don't hand them in, I'm going to have to come back and do it again. What's the point? Igramar the Resolute.
I am here.
I need to target something first. I cannot attack that target. I require a target.
Die. Let's have a look.
Everybody pulls their weight.
Kill Warlord.
Run with the pack.
Bullet? They've got weird names, the ogres. I've got to kill the Warlord, so I'm assuming is up there. Okay, so if we go this way. Maybe I have to go. No, surely not. Ah, he's in like the ring behind here. Okay. So we're in the right place. Ogre Spy. I've got to put the heads on here. The fifth one is my favorite.
I need to target something first.
Don't take those hammers. Why? The hammers suck anyway. It's like, where'd you get these? The dead mines? Okay, so now if we go to... That's Thronvar, so I'm gonna go back to our Frostfire Ridge hub. We have got enough to go buy some of those potions now to accelerate our leveling. There are 100 resources each though, so... Might be worth using one on the last stretch if we're not going to have time. Oh, okay. That doesn't go anywhere. What's the point in that then? Just making sure of a few things on here. Yeah, the link's still live. That's good. So, oh, the handing's here. So, other quests on the map. So, there's this one. So, we've got to save a wolf home. We'll do the war goal quest, 'cause that's a story quest.
Speak. Fight.
Okay. Oh yeah, because it's the Thunder Lords that are attacking.
Too far away.
Feign death. Food. Just need to rejuvenate before we carry on, because we've got more to do here. Duratan's got a quest for us as well. Free the Frostwolves and War Goal. Okay, yeah, cool.
We will make Duratan proud this day.
To target something first.
One of the targets.
I do not have a target. Yata! No! You will be avenged!
Okay, the Iron Wolf is upset. Okay, cool.
I require a target. I must get closer. I need to target something first. I do not have a target.
So the Thunderlord clan seems to consider the Frostwolves weak.
I need to target something first.
So the Thunderlords don't like that.
I require a target. I need to target something first. Call in all reinforcements. I want the I require a target.
So they want to take Draka.
I do not have a target.
I suppose Draka being a primary target, given that she is kind of in charge of the Frostwolves in Duratan's absence, but then he's here fighting anyway, so we need to go this way now.
I am here.
Shouldn't have gone into the big circle. Oh, there's still big raiding parties. I mean, yeah. I mean, there's still 25-man raids. You get a lot of people doing the open world Warzone PvP. So, well, war mode PvP, not Warzone PvP. So the war mode, your war mode options are pretty good actually. If you get a big group together, you can do some decent stuff in terms of you go to a contested zone. So where the old god raids are happening right now. So where the invasion points for Nazoth are. If you go to where Nazoth got, like say, the Mantid invasion or the Karaji invasion, what you can do, I'm just feigning death for a second because I need to not fight for a minute because I can't regenerate my health right now. It's still a good. It's still quite good for the. There's still a good raiding community. There's looking for raid, so LFR as well. If you've not played for a while, so you can always queue if you don't have a group. There's always the option to queue. But there are still plenty of pre-made groups that people are already made, like people who are raiding, who are specifically looking for groups, for example, of players. So they can form a community around it. So you get a lot of guilds, raiding guilds, stuff like that. Even casual guilds that have a raid team. I haven't really been on a raid team, like an actual solid Team 1 raid team, for quite a while. It was, I think, mid-tier Legion when I stopped doing hardcore raiding, cutting-edge stuff. Not through choice, through circumstance. Can't use a dead pet, I have to revive. It's fine. Are there still... But the big raiding parties, you do get those still, yeah. They do exist. It just depends on what for. I tend to find you get big parties doing world quests in, again, contested zones where you've got war mode switched on and you've got a bunch of alliance and a bunch of horde getting together in a zone. So what you do is you just group up and start going around killing each other. I'm not against a good old-fashioned alliance hunting party.
Come down and face me.
I need to target something first.
Show you how true world fights.
Gardak, go now! I require a target. Blind shaman.
So you still get big raiding parties in those zones more particularly, but obviously this is older content that I'm doing now because I'm leveling up. So this is slightly aged content. This is Warlords of Draenor content, so I'm going to feign death again here and just so we can get to the one person we're trying to actually kill. I personally enjoy war mode. It's just a bit of fun for me. I'm not especially competitive when it comes to it. So there's a lot of people who still do arenas and stuff, but PvP's good. PvP's still fun. I also quite enjoy just messing with the Alliance sometimes. I'm getting shot at, but I don't care.
Follow the path northwest. Hurry! That monster will kill Driftbar.
So we've got to go and fight, yeah. But where's this quest hand in? Is it up there? I can see it on my map, but Locate a Frostwolf leatherworker in War Gone. Yeah, that one. But I can't. I'm not going to locate a Frostwolf leatherworker while there's a raid on the city going on. War leader Gargak. Oh, so it's...
I need to target something first. Fire a target.
Pool of Visions. Yeah, this is where he is. I was like, where the hell is this guy?
Did you see this coming, you blind fool?
Ah, the Thunderlord clan.
I do not have a target. Thunderlord, I have failed you. A waste of air.
The wolf home is saved, but I sense a stronger...
We will come back, Frost Wolves. For the ritual is ready. Let me know when you wish to begin.
Let's do the ritual. Ah, there's lots of dead here. What are we looking for exactly? This is a vision, isn't it? Is this a... Ah, the Iron Horde. It's also like the Blackrock Orc military marching in to the north.
This iron tide comes for us because Durotan is strong and the Frost Wolf would not join them. You must listen to the land. The elements once spoke to me. Now I hear only whispers. Is this our fate or a warning?
Good old Drekthar. I mean, this is the alternate universe Drekthar, who's much younger, but Drekthar is still around in, I believe it's Alterac. So, there's that. Wonder if we can find that leatherworker now, who it told us to find, because we've got a profession quest.
What is it? Speak. Run with the pack.
Who's chasing an ice plow out the southern gates of Wargol?
What do you want?
All the bind on equip gear, as I say, I am going to keep, because I can probably auction house it off. So we can find, we've got to find a leather worker. I bet he's up there. It's weird, because there's a blacksmith here. Is he in this hut? No. Oh, okay.
Goods for sale or trade. Stay strong.
Okay, so we've got our leatherworking quest for our profession. Big oof. We've got to fly back to Blade Spice Citadel. So I'm aware that we've got professions quests, but I'm going to keep a hold of all the professions quests that we have so that we can revisit them when we're not doing questing to level our character, because it may be something that I want to revisit, but it's not something I want to do right now. So we're going to just go meet our buddy Duratan here.
We fight together or die alone.
Find Gunnar at the Daggermore Ravine. Okay.
Impatience could tear the Frostwolves apart. It is just like my brother to put his own needs above the clan. Don't worry. This hero will convince Gunnar to return. Your brother values strength, and my friend possesses that in abundance.
Okay. So, given that we've been live for quite a while now, and I will be doing a stream later, I'm going to end this leg of the NHS charity live stream for this afternoon. We're going to end that here today. And then we'll be back later on this evening with another stream of about the same length, if not a little longer if we can. So thank you very much everybody who's tuned in. Thank you to anybody who's seeing this anywhere on YouTube or whatever and donating. Tell your friends, share it everywhere, whatever you want to do, not just for me. I'm talking about doing this for the charity, not just for my popularity. That's not what I'm here for, but it's for a good cause. So stay indoors, stay safe, wash your hands, and save lives. Thanks a lot, and I'll see you guys later.